Hey, what's up guys? Learning with Rich here. In this video, we are going to continue our discussion about planning our mechanical system. So now that we have learned how to place spaces, so this time we're going to learn how to create zones. Okay, so zones or zone tool can be found here on the Analyze tab. And then you can see the zone there. So it defines HVAC zones within a project. So just a bit of a background regarding zone. Zone, it consists one or more spaces. So it's actually a collection of spaces. So if the space is too big, so you can consider that as a one zone. But if our spaces are not that big, like for example these rooms here, so you can combine these spaces as one zone. So basically, it consists of one or more spaces that are controlled by equipment that maintains a common environment, like for example, the temperature, the humidity, and so on. Okay, so you create zones to define spaces that have common environmental or design requirements. So you need to have a space in order for you to create a zone. And by the way, whenever you create your space, it will be automatically placed to a default zone. Okay, so when you create space, so there's already a default zone. So it's just up to you if how you want to group your spaces. So let's say, for example, for this exercise, I want my computer lab, instruction, and electrical space here to be placed at one zone. Okay, so that is what we are going to do. So this is very simple. So you just need to click the zone tool. Okay, and then from the mode panel, so you can select there, or you don't need to select add space because by default it's already selected. Okay, and then you also have an option here if you want to remove a space from the zone. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So add space. So we are going to select our computer lab space and also the instruction and also the electrical. So I'm going to click that and there you go. And then as you can see, there's the reference line of our zone. So you can actually drag that if you want later on. So let's say you want to put it somewhere here, you can drag that symbol. So after you select the spaces that you want to be put in one zone, so you just need to select finish editing zone. So that's it. Very simple. Okay, so like what I have said, you can drag that somewhere here and then select modify to terminate, and then you can open the visibility graphic overrides VV, and then from the model categories you can look for HVAC zones, and then you can control the visibility of the reference lines, interior fill, boundary, and color fill. So like as you can see, that's the interior fill of my zone, and then the reference line is there. So let's say I don't want the reference line to be showing, so I'm going to uncheck that and then select OK, and that's it. Okay, so I can always hover my pointer somewhere here and then I'll be able to select the HVAC zone. Okay, I can also rename the name of my zone here if I want. So let's say I'll select the zone, and then from the properties I can change the name here. Okay, so you can modify the name of your zone. So let's say I will call this 2-West Area B. Okay, so instead of Area D, I'll change that to Area B and then enter. And then I'll just click outside, and then as I hover my pointer somewhere in that area, so it tells me that that is the HVAC zone 2-West Area B. Okay, and if you're going to click the zone, it will show you some useful properties on our properties window. So like for example, the dimension. So you can see the occupied area of that zone, the gross area, occupied volume, gross volume, and the perimeter of that zone. Okay, and then you can also specify what will gonna be the service type of that zone. So you can click that, you can click this, and then you can select. Okay, if you're the designer, you're the engineer, you should be able to know what will gonna be the service type of that particular zone. So you specify there. Coil bypass, you can also specify the cooling information. Okay, the heating information, and then the outdoor air information. Okay, and another thing that you can do is you can also create zones on multiple levels. So let's say, for example, here on my 215 lounge, so I'm gonna open my level 1 zoning. So right now this is level 2 zoning. I'm gonna open up level 1 zoning. So let's say what I want is, so I'm going to select tile views. So I have my level 1 here on my left and level 2 here. So what I want is, I want my lounge 120 and 215 to be in one zone. Okay? So I'm gonna open section view. So maybe this one, double click. Okay, so I want my level 1 and then my level 2 space to be combined in one zone. So I'm going to type, or I'll just select here tile views. So that's my section view. Here's my floor plan view. Okay, so to create zones on multiple level, so you just need to go again to analyze and then click zone, add space, and then we're going to click this space. So just click that one, and then just pan your drawing here, activate your level 2 zoning, and then click that too. There you go. So it's now both selected, and then after that just select finish editing zone. So that's it. So you were able now to create a multiple zone on level. Okay, now the next thing that we can do here is, if you want that to be reflected on your section, you want to see the zone here. So maybe the first thing that you need to do is to hide the spaces. So just go to the section view and then hide the spaces, uncheck. Let's see. So it's now hidden. And then let's go to HVAC zones. And then let's check the interior fill. And then just select OK. And there you go. Okay, so that's your zone. So that's your zone there. Okay, so let me just go to my HVAC zone and show the reference lines. Adjust this. There you go. Maybe somewhere here. Okay, so that's your HVAC zone. Okay, and another thing that you can do is, just like your space, you can also tag it. Okay, so you can tag. So let's say, let me just hide first my HVAC zone on my floor plan, or just the reference lines. Okay, and then let's tag it. So let's go to annotate and then tag by category, and then let's tag it. So just select your zone. So the leader length here is 1/2 of an inch. Okay, so this is the option that I'm using, show all leader. Okay, and then if you want to check the loaded tags and symbol, you can click that, and then you can look for HVAC zone. This is the loaded tag, so you can click the drop down, so there are no other loaded tags except the zone tag, so that's fine. So let's click now the zone. So let's click that. There you go. So there's now my tag. Okay, so let's go here as well. So click. There you go. And then modify. All right, so let's say you want to remove a space from the zone. So let's say my electrical, you want that to be removed from the zone 2-west-area B. So what you do is you click the zone, and then there's an option here, edit zone. So just click edit zone, and then you can click there, remove space. If you want to add more space on that zone, so go ahead, you can make sure add space is selected. But if you want to remove, just select remove space, and then just click the space that you want to remove. For example, electrical, and that's it. Then after that, finish editing zone. All right. So you can always use or try this exercise with your own project, or if you'd like to avail the exercise files to support me, you can check the video description. So I've included a link there to avail the files. All right, so thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.